right. Here we go. Just opening up the next writer that we have here. From the looks of it, okay. This is the first SCP I get to read from them that was written by them. Nope, it's not. Never mind. 2008. 2008 is the first one. From Dr. Cimmerian. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah, it is. Dr. Cimmerian is our author this time, and the most recent one we read from them seems to be 2047, which I need to quickly look up which one that is. Okay. 2047. Oh yeah, the two Earths swapping back and forth. Yes. The little wormhole to two different Earths. Yep. Okay. Cool. We got the Antipope, which we kind of had that a little bit. Well, we didn't have an Antipope, but we kind of had, you know, the Saint Simon's day where everyone was celebrating. Saint Simon. But of course, this is Antipope, so it's not about celebrating this anybody. So let's see how this goes. Oh my, it's Keter level. Okay. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-2131 is to be housed at all times in a radiation shield humanoid containment chamber. This chamber should contain the amenities associated with the standard humanoid containment cell. Current containment protocols are to allow SCP-2131 to perform a prayer ritual of its own designed for the purpose of limiting gamma ray events. Under no circumstances should this ritual be interrupted by staff. Under no circumstances are interviews to take place during the 2 hours preceding or following a scheduled gamma ray event. All interviews must take place utilizing the adjacent shield interview room, which is to include a barrier sufficient to shield the interviewer from any gamma ray radiation emitted during an SCP-2131 gamma ray event. And here we have a picture. Photograph of SCP. Actually, I don't need to zoom in. It's pretty massive. Photograph of SCP-2131 taken shortly after Event 19. Note the lack of injury. Okay, so something with injury seems to be the case. I guess in maybe people around him got injured, or he was supposed to get injured, or he was supposed to be injured and then healed. Or never got damaged to begin with. Let's see. Description. I already saw Marshall calling a dog down below there. Where's Vin? Man, Vin 1 hasn't watched in such a long time. I missed the one of the ones. The Vins of the ones. Description. SCP-2131 is a human male claiming to be Avinon Pope Benedict the 13th. Upon acquisition, SCP-2131 was capable of conversing in a variation of archaic Italian and French, as well as Latin and a previously unknown Creole language associated with those three, though SCP-2131 has, during its containment, become fluent in English. Every 16 hours, SCP-2131 emits a gamma ray burst associated with a spontaneous conversion of a small amount of its mass into antimatter. By the way, Howard, are you looking forward to, I believe, in 2 months, having the daylight saving times be changed again so that you don't have to wake up as early again? So it's still going to be early for you, but it's at least a better time than what it is now. A daily prayer ritual designed and carried out by SCP-2131 has proven largely effective in preventing those gamma ray bursts. However, uncontrolled events have become more frequent as containment of SCP-2131 has continued with the prayer ritual showing effectiveness in approximately 95% of events. So wait, every 16 hours, SCP-2131 emits a gamma ray burst associated with a spontaneous conversion of a small amount of its mass. Okay. Looking forward to that for sure, lol. I'll talk about mass since, Christian mass versus physical. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the reason why we're saying lack of injury, as in like no mass missing. Maybe. Gamma ray exposure associated with SCP-2131 is lethal to most living organisms present during an event, with the exception of SCP-2131 and a variety of radiation-resistant microorganisms. SCP-2131 apparent longevity, including a claim to have been born in 1328, has been linked to the gamma ray burst, as any physical injuries healed during uncontrolled events. Aha! This does include injury sufficient to cause death. So he's basically immortal, because every injury he sustains, he's just like solar flare, and it just explodes out of him. He just havocs it all out of his body. Although Havoc does not take damage and shoot it back. But wait, is there? I mean, there is a couple of characters that I know that have to purposely take damage, and then like they can use the damage they take and respond it back. Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins, Charon from Fire Force. Technically, Fat Gum from My Hero Academia. Technically, but yeah. SCP-2131, well, not even technically, it is. Like, the more damage he takes, the more of his fat he burns, and that all becomes physical strength. So yeah. SCP-2131 was originally recovered from Joshua Baptist Church in South Alabama. Several deacons in the church acquired information through the Seventh Society in an effort to assist in a ritual relating to a blood sacrifice. A martial clan dog affiliated in the southern US. Who would have thought? Documents detailing this correspondence have been recovered. However, the individual claiming associated with the Seventh Society has not been located, despite cooperative attempts by both the Foundation and Marshall Collins. Oh, they actually work together. They actually work together for once. That's interesting. Show interview log 4. The following log includes information detailing SCP-2131's claimed origin. The Davites, as mentioned, appear nowhere in the historical time period associated with SCP-2131. Oh yes, oh my god, it's been forever since I read 140. God damn. That was in the first year. Anything from like below 460 was the first year of me diving into SCP Foundation stuff, which was all the stuff I did not record. So stuff like that is like so far back. Damn. Okay, we have Dr. Sampson. Hello again. I'd like to ask you a few more questions today. You were born in 1328, correct? Yes. And how have you been able to live for as long as you have? My faith in him has sustained me. Can you tell me about where you came from? You must return me to my home. You do not know how to do that, and right now I need you to answer my questions. I ruled the church lands from the moment the Davites murdered Boniface. For nearly 8 centuries I have fought battles for the Lord against the blood demons. Boniface, according to historical records, this was the Roman Pope that Benedict XIII opposed. Of course. The Davites don't exist in our historical records during the 1300s. Then your records are wrong. They began in the East. The pagans and the heretics fell first, and it's only through our faith that we have won our battles with them. You must return me to my home, so that the fight may continue. I understand. We'll keep working on some way to do that. Thank you. Show interview log 17. Fucking 16 interviews in, he's like, I'm still not home. Hello? Hola? Buongiorno, why am I still here? Okay, following several consecutive failed prayer rituals, Dr. Sampson was given clearance to interview SCP-2131 in order to determine the cause of the containment failures. Hey, I know it's been a while. I've been working on trying to get you home. I have been gone for too long. My people have surely been destroyed. You can't know that. You're right. I don't know it. But the Davites are not known for the timidness. I have to channel the Lord's power to stop them without my presence. Is that why the burst events are going uncontained? My faith has waned. I have been cut off from my God, and I have been cut off from my people. The Lord sees my weakness. I see. It doesn't matter. Even if all that awaits me is a Devite blood altar, I have to go back. We'll keep working on it. I promise you'll know as soon as we have a way. Thank you. And they will never have a way because they're keeping him. Addendum 1. Due to the increase in strength related to all gamma ray events following incident 2131-19, -19, SCP-2131's containment procedures will be modified to include preventative measures relating to attempts at self-harm. I'm also approving certain amenities which have been requested for some time and which I believe may assist in improving SCP-2131's morale. However, under no circumstances should it be allowed to self-terminate again, even at the risk of losing personnel. Dr. Isabel Sampson, 2131, Project Director. I would like to caution against what I'm perceiving as a sense of pity for this entity among staff. This object is almost certainly not what it appears to be. Remember that all knowledge of this object's background is sourced directly from SCP-2131. It should also be noted that this object's attempts at self-harm are in direct violation of the object's supposed Catholic beliefs. That's true. Yeah. And perhaps most damning of all, the ritualistic bloodletting involved in the attempt matches historical and archaeological records relating to Devite sacrificial rituals quite closely, said 88 Assistant Director Amanda Malkin. Spooky, love those kind of twists. Yeah, like it's clearly... It's very interesting because like it's basically telling us that like he's part of the Devite group. He's just pretending to be part of a Christian group. He's like, oh no, I have to fight against him. Like, yeah, but why are you doing things that they usually do, huh? What is that all about, my good friend, huh? And the idea that like, yeah, he's basically doing everything that. Well, he's doing things that no Christian would do. So that only he basically outed himself as a non-Christian, which makes sense why it says here Antipope. That's the name, right? He's pretending to be a pope of Christian belief, but he's not. He's secretly not. Very clever, explanation at the end of the title itself. I do like that. Because before you are kind of like follow along, you're like, okay, he seems to be really believing that he's like part of the Christian group, and then you find out like, well, he's kind of doing everything that a Christian should not be doing, and he's following what the Devites are doing. And I think what's interesting is that like, you know, Foundation kind of were like the Foundation were like, oh, we have no idea what the Devite is because there's no historical records of them. And he's like, oh, but they exist, I tell you what. Ironically, pretty dumb to try to off yourself using Devite bloodletting though. Bruh, you have one fucking job. Yeah, right? He's a mole. He was like, he came in, was like, how's it going, my fellow kids? And then you look at him, he's like 80. You're like, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, he's not smart. He's not smart. We can say that for sure.